Moses Austin was also dead. He never reached Missouri. But before he passed, he begged his son, Stephen F. Austin, to take over his scheme to bring Americans of good character to Tejas. He agreed to his father's dying wish. Austin reluctantly gave up his law practice in New Orleans and began the work. Austin arrived in Bear and confirmed with officials there that the offer was still good, even though the deal had been struck with his father and not him. Relieved, Austin scouted the coast and looked for a suitable place to bring 300 families. He liked what he saw along the lower Colorado and Brazos rivers. He returned to New Orleans and started recruiting colonists. What was, for more than a century, Tejas, was quickly becoming Texas. In the Spanish of that era, a J and an X made a similar H sound when spoken. As a result, they were often substituted for each other.
Tejas.
When Americans saw advertisements for lands in northern Mexico, they saw the X and pronounced it as it is in English. Tejas became Texas to them. In December 1821, the first of his families arrived only to learn that Spain was out and Mexico was independent. While more kept coming, Austin traveled to Mexico City to see if the deal was still good, since his father had struck the deal with the Spanish and not Mexico. No matter who ruled in Mexico City, Texas still needed people of good character. That fact remained. The confusion in the Mexican capital over forming a government kept him waiting for 2 years. But he was finally confirmed as an impresario, an immigration and land agent. Under this arrangement, families coming to Mexico could expect nearly 4,500 acres of land. The cost would be $30 after 6 years. That would amount to less than $1,000 today. While most of Austin's colonists were poor after the financial disaster of 1819, they had plenty of time to raise the money. While in Mexico City, Austin watched as the new nation transformed from an empire into a republic. Then, in 1824, Mexico created a constitution that seemed similar in sentiment to that of the United States. Life in Mexican Texas seemed to offer a great opportunity to make a fortune or remake a fortune while living under a government that seemed familiar. Austin was pleased. The new leadership of Mexico also seemed trustworthy. Guadalupe Victoria was a patriot from the War for Independence and was a believer in a liberal political philosophy that embraced change. So did his ally, Antonio Lopez de Santa Anna. Vicente Guerrero also seemed promising. But there was a darker side to Mexico. Not everyone believed Mexico could function without a strong central government. These men believed in a conservative political philosophy. What had worked in the past would certainly work in the future. Why change? These men came to be called centralists and remained constant opponents of the Federalists and their Constitution of 1824. The old cracks that existed in New Spain had only grown deeper during the War for Independence.